Peace, peace, and prosperity. This is a Side Mystic coming to you with another message to help you free your heart and soul. Right now, I'm talking about why being black and being of African descent does not automatically make all black people related, and it doesn't make really everyone in the world related, because they've tied the theory and this philosophy that everyone has come from this black woman in Africa, right? That's where everybody started from, when in reality that is not true. Everybody did not come from this one black woman in Africa. Now, there is some truth to what they are saying. However, overall, this idea that everybody came from Africa, everybody was imported from a boat who looks like me from Africa, that's a lie. That's not true. So let's get to some truth here, because my great grandmother never once said that she was from Africa. Nobody in my family ever once said, I remember getting off the boat. Now, we do have some stories in our family of Jim Crow and going through some people in our family going through slavery. Not all. We do have some history of that, but everybody did not come from this one black woman in Africa. Okay, and I talk about this in my book. So let's get down to it. The House of Gene. Okay, I talk about the 4 primordial houses in my book, The Great Woman Resurrected. But the House of Gene is where everyone has gotten their genetics from. What is and who is the House of Gene? The House of Gene is the primordial house of the earth, meaning it's one of the primordial clans of the earth, meaning before Christopher Columbus, before the Moors, before Pangea, before the earth's polarity shifted into what it is today, where we have global warming, natural disasters, winter, these seasons that really never really existed. There was a primordial house that literally gave birth to what we know as a person and this genetic structure of a body that we live in. Okay, that came from a source. That came from a source. All right. So I need y'all to think about the movie Avatar, because our bodies is what the earth has given us to live here on this earth. And when we think of this primordial house, the House of Gene, okay, Gene being genetics, genius, okay, the most intelligent person on the planet, the genie in the bottle, okay, this mythical, ancient, primordial being who comes out of slavery, comes out of this place of enslavement to grant all your wishes, right? All of these things are symbolic and is right in your face, sitting there telling you the truth. And the truth is not something that you have to search for. It already is. It's the lie that you have to get out of. It's the lie that you have to rip apart and uncover, okay? So understand that the gene in the House of Gene is the primordial house that created every single genetic body that you know of on this planet. Now, they didn't create every race. That was other beings from celestial from celestial places who came onto this earth, who created other beings, and their spiritual resonance used the genes of the house of Gene, used the primordial genetics of the house of Gene to create other types of humans, which we now know as humanoids. So a lot of people that are black are not primordial people. A lot of people are not primordial people. A lot of people are of humanoid descent and are humans, human beings. Okay, so we really got to start thinking in these terms when we're talking about race, and we're talking about people. And I made previously a video on this. It's how it's not even about your race, it's about your soul and the spiritual signature, the light that you are carrying within you and that you're expressing here on this planet, the soul that you are. That's what it's about. So that's what it really comes down to when we're talking about all skin folk ain't kinfolk, meaning all skin folk don't come from the same spiritual source. Just because you are black does not mean you are relative to every other black person on this planet. Just because you are of Afro descent does not mean that you are from Africa. You know, just because you look like me does not mean you. And this is the gag. People get so mad. It's like they get so frustrated, mad, upset, or act like they don't care, but they carry this disdain for people who don't identify as African American, and they say, you know, my ancestors are not from Africa. I'm literally, this is who I am, this is my heritage, and this is what, you know, I identify as. Even if you yourself believe in or trust in something else, you know, and you feel like that is invalid for them, if that's what they believe, why is it making you so mad? You know, why does it make y'all so mad when I say I'm not a Moor? You know what? I'm not a Moor. This is who I am. Y'all get mad. You know what? I'm not African. This is who I am. Y'all be getting mad. Why? That's a red flag. If you don't know, I know. That's a red flag, because I know who I am. And when I know who I am, and I know where I come from, and I know what my grandma told me, and I know what my spirit is telling myself, and I go with that and I flow with that, what does it matter? What does it matter to you? Why is it making you so emotionally disgruntled? It's because deep down your inner being knows that you are living a lie. People who are living in truth don't get bothered by stuff like that. They don't get bothered by stuff like that. They're actually happy for you, sincerely, purely from the heart, you know. So I am 100%, you know, ready for the world to really let go of race and what they keep perceiving as race, and really ready for people to stop just talking about souls and spirituality like it's a fun fad, and to really become it and really understand that this is a real thing. You do have a source, you know. You can be one with the all, yeah, but who are you? Identify you. This is my baby's thermometer. Identify you. Identify you. Who are you? Who is your source? Where do you come from? Where do you emanate from? If you can't get in tune with your own soul and your own spirit and know that, and if you don't know it, ask the questions for your own soul and spirit to guide you to the truth, you gotta be a follower, you gotta be somebody getting information and, you know, following these fads because that's what your family did, that's what your family's doing, you know, that's what your family taught, that's what, you know. Trust and follow what's lighting you up inside, but always remember that there is no ending to this growth, and there's no ending to this learning. And through the learning process, you have to let go and you have to shed things that you may have once cultivated an emotional attachment to. Just checking on my baby. So we're not all African. we're not all black. We're not, you know. And understand that before there was any being on this earth, there was a dark being, right? Meaning before there was any variation of race, there was multiple races that were created by the celestials through the genealogy of the primordial genes on earth, meaning the earth's created a being, the Afro-Indigenous being, the primordial soul, and from that energy the celestials came and breeded that genetic information and began to create humans. And these humans were black. They weren't white. They weren't any other color but black. So a lot of the blackness that we're identifying with is not, they get more energy from us than we get from them. And this is why they want us to identify with them so badly, right? Because our energy feeds them. Our energy and our attention to them feeds their aliveness, right? We feed and create the aliveness of these entities and things. And as long as we, I won't even say as long as we, but once we feel it and really receive and really understand and know that we have all the power, then it's game over, right? We don't have to fight for anything. We don't have to prove anything. We don't have to, you know, do any of those things. Man, when you are a powerful being, you will attract things that want to take your power away. You just will. And I know, me being the person that I am and experiencing, you know, who I am and learning and growing into who I am, I had to recognize that I am an extremely powerful woman. And because of that, I attracted experiences that let me know you're not using your power correctly. You're not using your energy correctly. This is how you use your energy. This is how you use your focus. This is how you use your source. This is how you express your source. And when you don't do it correctly, you're gonna know. So that's pretty much the situation that many Afro-Indigenous beings are in, you know, attracting situations that are solely based on our ignorance and our struggle to activate our DNA and embrace our DNA and embrace our being. But understand, you know, like, giving your energy to things that are not you, you know, and you're gonna know by the way it feels. You're gonna know by the way you're responding to it. You know, give your energy to what is you and trust it. You know, trust it. So that's pretty much all I had to say on that. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.